Hello, my name is Corbett Roop, and I am a student at Weber State University, and welcome to my beginning Unity tutorial. To begin in Unity is pretty simple. You honestly don't need to wait until you have a class. You can go ahead and just start learning by yourself. And to do that, just go ahead and go to the Unity website. There's also this Learn tab. I already opened that up. And they have so many lessons that most of the Unity classes anyway are going to go through this, so you might as well get started now. And so let's go ahead. I'm just going to sign in. Okay, now that I've signed in, you can see um, I've already completed quite a few tutorials on how to use Unity, and they have all been very helpful. Sometimes they're a little bit slow and a little bit outdated, but nonetheless, they are still very helpful. To begin learning, let's go ahead and just download Unity Hub. To do that, just go to unity.com/download, download for your system. And I already downloaded it, so I'm just going to open up Unity Hub. And here are all my projects. And before you start creating, you need to install some of the editors that they have. Every once in a while, some of the tutorials you need an older version. That's why I have this one. And this is the latest one that I've downloaded. To download the newer ones, which I haven't even done, go ahead and click on Install Editor, and you can go ahead and just install the newest one. Um, Usually I would just go with the recommended version, but it's up to you. Alright, once you have your editor installed, you can go ahead and just start one of your tutorials. I'm going to go ahead and open up just one of the later tutorials called John Lemons. I already have this one open, and in this one they already have most of the things provided for you. You just need to follow along with the tutorial and change like some of the lighting, um, some of the pathing of the enemies. I'm going to go ahead and just enter it just so we can see what it's like. You have the sounds. You're trying to avoid getting caught by the ghosts. You want to avoid getting caught by the gargoyles too. So yeah, some of the tutorials are actually pretty fun. They teach you a lot of things, and they're pretty cool to see the finished project. Another great thing that Unity provides is their asset store. Just go to assetstore.unity.com, and they have so many just user-made assets. Some are made by Unity, and let's go to 3D, and you also have a bunch of just free assets if you don't want to spend money. But if you do want to spend money, some of them can be pretty expensive. Some of them have sales going on right now, but there are so many assets that you can use in your games. I would recommend checking it out. While we're here in the Unity store, the Unity Asset Store, let's go ahead and show you how to import some of these packages. So let's go ahead and, sure, let's just click on this car. Let's go ahead and just click on Add to My Assets. Accept that. Once you do that, you can either go to your assets, or I personally just like to open in Unity, just to transfer it to Unity right away. And if you click that, it automatically opens it in your package manager, where you can click on Download. And after it has downloaded, you can import it into the project files. So let's go ahead and import them into here. Once that's done, you can exit out, go to your project folder, and then it will be up here. Usually you have to find the name. I already know it's Arcade Free Racing Car, so I'm going to just open that, and there are all of your files that you downloaded. Most of these things that I taught you today are things that you will learn in the tutorials. So whether you learn them on your own or throughout the class, hopefully this just kind of gives you a little bit of a jump on the, hopefully this just helps you gain a little bit of knowledge before you start a class in it, so you're more familiar and so you can make the most out of Unity. Another helpful thing is if you go to this window, you can go to Package Manager, and there it will show you all of the packages that you have in the project, but also you can do the whole Unity registry, and you can type in, for example, there's one called Pro Builder that allows you to create objects in certain shapes pretty easily. So you can go ahead and just install that to the project. Alright, once you have that installed, you can go ahead and exit out. Just to show you what this does, you can go to Tools, Pro Builder Window, and it opens up this window, and we can go ahead and just probably dock it right here. Just make it a little bit simpler. Create new shape, and we can choose from any of these. I'm just going to make a simple cube, and you just press and hold till you want the base done right there. Let go, and then go ahead and just lift up, and when you're done, just click, and there you go. There's your shape. Made a cube, and that was pretty simple. Let's just go ahead and delete that. But that's just one of the many packages that you can download. And now I'd like to show you some actual shortcuts in Unity, or some way to navigate around in the scene bar. I usually like to have my game, this is what the game is going to look like. I like to have it down here and my scene up there. You can move all of these around however you'd like. Let's go ahead and just put game up there just so we only have the scene. I'm going to go ahead and just give us the most amount of room as possible just to show you. And my favorite thing to do that it took me a long time to learn is if you hold right click and use the WASD keys, you're able to fly around. And so if you press W, you just move forward, S back, A and D, you strafe, or you can do E and you go straight up, or Q and you go straight down. I love to navigate around my scene this way. I find it to be the easiest way. You can also use your middle mouse button and click, but I don't like that much. And if we bring these back a little bit, one of the most useful key bindings is, let's say, I don't remember where, let's say, I don't know, this ghost. Don't remember where that ghost is. If you click on him over here in the hierarchy, you press F, it brings you straight to him. And that works with everything. You can fly around here, press F, you're back there. Then you can do it with your camera. Alright, and to show you another helpful thing, I'm just going to go in our scenes, and I'm going to just create a new scene, just because without all of these items, I think it'll be easier to show you there. Let's go ahead and save. Now we have this new canvas. What I'd like to show you is with the camera, I'm actually going to bring the game back down here. I think it'll be easier to show you. Let's go ahead and create an item here just so we are able to tell what we're looking at. I want this to just be at the origin position. So you're already looking at it. And now let's go to our camera. Right now it's just looking straight up. let's go over here and have it aimed more right here. If you are selected on main camera and you just hold Control Shift F, it will change your camera's position to view exactly where your scene view is right now. Then you can move. Let's go over here. Let's just do it again. Control Shift F. You can see the camera object moved. So right now, this is our scene view. We're just seeing what the scene is, but our game view down here is the actual game. Let's go ahead and click this play button, and that will essentially start your game. And you can see mine is green, and you actually have to change that. And in order to change that, go ahead and go to Edit, Preferences, and then you want to go to Colors. And right here you can see, oh right there, General Play Mode Tint. You can change this to whatever you want. Let's change ours to like a kind of a cyan color. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And then once we click play, you can see all of our outside is that tint, and I just like that just to not confuse myself with the scene view. We are just able to tell when we are still editing, and that's nice because let's change this so this doesn't change. Once you are in game mode, you are still able to change aspects of your objects. So let's go ahead and change the size of this. Let's just scale it down to 0.5, 0.5, and so you can see that's smaller now. And if you are in gameplay mode, it will revert back to normal after you get out. Whereas when we do it outside, oh, there we go. Now it's a smaller square, and once we press play, it will keep that form. But as long as you are on play mode and you try to change it, it won't. It will just revert back to normal. So I personally like the tint just to make sure I don't confuse myself in knowing if I am in play mode or work mode. Once you are ready to build your game and potentially release it, maybe just as an alpha, or if your game's all the way complete, there are several ways you can do this. You can go to File, Build Settings. Right now I have mine set to Windows, Mac, and Linux, and these are all of your scenes. I currently only have the one, but you can add open scenes, and you need to make sure your scenes are in here that you want to be able to be played. Otherwise they won't ever be able to be played. And then if you're ready, go ahead and you can press build, and you're going to find your folder that you want to save it as. I'm not going to save it here right now. You can also change it to WebGL, but there is a better way of doing WebGL that I have noticed. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. Let's go to our package manager that we talked about earlier. Change this to Unity Registry and type in WebGL right there. Let's go ahead and install that. Alright, and once that is done and installed, we can exit out of here. And if we are ready, we can go up to this Publish tab, WebGL Project, and this will let us build and publish to Unity's website. Just to Unity Play, we can go ahead and build and publish here. And yes, let's go ahead and switch to WebGL, and we can save our build here. I'm not going to do it right now, but it's just quick and simple, and that will provide you with a WebGL so you can share it with your friends that way. You can let them play test it, or whatever. You just need a link afterwards, but it's that simple. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my Unity tutorial. I hope it was able to teach you some things and that you can get started creating some games and use Unity to the fullest. Now get out there and start coding.